It had to be done with another boss fight, another boss guide for you. And this is it. This is the end, the final boss in the game. We're fighting Radagon and we're fighting the Elden Beast. We're using a Dex build. We got our Fang on and we're going in and hitting hard together with our Mimic. So we start with Radagon of the Golden Order. Get your Mimic out, make sure you're buffed, make sure you're full health, and you're looking for a few openings. Whenever the hammer hits the ground, you go in. If you see these attacks where the hammer starts to shine, those are normally the delayed ones. And for most of its, let's call it light attacks, they'll come in threes. So you saw there, 3 strikes and a stomp, and you have a lot of 3 strikes through your fight, as we can see it do to the Mimic. Now, whenever it's going towards your summon, that does an opening for you. It does a few of these rune attacks that create an AoE that you just want to stay away from. And if you try and create distance, it will resort to ranged attacks. So you don't really have a way to hide. You just gotta stay up and close to Radagon and try to finish it closer than it can finish it. When it does these slams, the third one is really what you want to look out for. You normally want to straight kind of to the diagonal back angle of Radagon. As with the last slam, it summons these runes, which are of massive destruction. And that is Radagon down, and that's probably the most difficult part of this final fight, as the Elden Beast is not as aggressive as Radagon. So just a quick recap: stay close, don't give it space, otherwise it will start using ranged attacks that are very difficult to dodge. Often when it's a quick slash, wait for the third one to go in, wait for the openings when it hits the ground. And whenever you see the hammer shine, forget offense, wait for a delayed attack, and just focus on dodging and staying alive. Let's have a look at this cutscene. And it is time to kill a god. Make sure you rebuff if you have to. Make sure you're full health, and it's time to go in. We want to use this kind of an introductory opening to try and get as much damage done as possible. If you have played Sekiro and you remember the fight with the dragon, some of its moveset is similar to that, where it's just these massive slashes such as this one, but you can dash right through them. Make sure to go against the sword rather than away, as that will increase your window of opportunity. The Elden Beast does have a lot of health, and it does hide a little bit, as it's doing now. When it goes away, there's not really much of a point to try and get close to it, as it will come back much faster than you're able to reach it. From time to time, as it goes up, it will kind of trigger different types of ranged attacks. If it floats, it will call this sort of circle. Here I got lucky, it does it to my Mimic, but if it does it to you, all you want to do is a double dodge. So one through the circle that closes in, and one through the wall at the end, and you should be safe. It does this kind of dragon breath, which you're used to, as several bosses in the game have tried that move with you before. It does this sort of explosion in a self-destruct manner, which you just have to rely on your iframes and try and dodge through. Some of its slashes come in 3s, some are just 2s, but if you're really close to its chest or just behind it, you're able to do quite a bit of damage as that is happening. It might summon the sort of comet, I want to say, that has a lot of additional small ranged attacks around it, but they can stagger you and they do a lot of damage. From time to time you want to kind of turn it around, as it is faster than you, but it curves a little bit slower, so you can use that to your advantage. Another great rune being summoned, so we'll see there in a mimic the same circle. If that was us, we would dodge through the circle closing in and dodge through the wall to keep ourselves alive. These slashes with the ranged attacks just go super fast, so just treat them as if you were at melee range and you should be able to dodge them. You're seeing the Elden Beast's health going quite low now, so we just gotta try to not get greedy and continue with what is working. We're gonna try and stay close. We're gonna dodge through the massive slashes and try and get as much damage done with the very, very large openings that we do get. I hope you enjoyed this game. I hope you enjoyed this fight. There's still tons to do if this is your first time going through the Elden Beast, and if there's anything else you'd like me to tell you, any other videos you would like to request, please leave that in the comment section, as I am far from done with playing Elden Ring. It had to be done bringing this guide to you, and if you enjoyed, just subscribe, because that helps me a ton. And I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you on my next upload.